All right, guys. It looks like Desro's fixed his stream because he's here at Land Nation in the flesh. He's a good guy to talk to. I've actually met him a few times now over the year. But he's done a lot of things recently. Went to WCG. He's tried out for the WCS. He's done the IEMs. He's done the Kings of the North here on ES Champ TV as well. And now he's going on up against one of our Toronto favorites, BioIce, the Zerg.
Yeah. We're going to be getting into the game here on Overgrowth.
Popular map today, I hear.
Yeah. But what can you do? We're going to be getting in, spawning on top of our Lavender Zerg player representing Team Ascension. It is BioIce.
I don't think I've actually seen that Ascension logo before.
Yes, you have.
Have I?
Yes.
Okay.
In Torgraphs. Past.
I'll believe you. Bottom corner, though, we just saw Desro do a fantastic game. We're going to see what he can do here on Overgrowth, sponsored by Asus Blue Protoss. I already said his name. It's Desro.
Yes.
You can be disappointed in muted chat realm, Desro. Congratulations. Either way, PVZ. BioIce definitely did a lot with the ES Champ tournaments. He was a consistent top 8 in the month to month. I don't think, though, did he ever rise to top 4?
BioIce, he did. I believe he went into the third, fourth place matches at least once before.
So we've definitely seen him a lot in the ES Champ TV. I'm not entirely too sure what kind of world experience he has here, but, you know, Land Nation 2014, nice esports Toronto locale, $2,000 prize pool for the StarCraft 2 tournament. So these guys are looking to get into those bracket stages, which will be covered out tomorrow. I believe, though, we do have some base trade TV tonight to finish off the groups.
To start off the bracket.
Oh, to start off the bracket.
Groups are actually going to be done fairly soon.
Yeah, then we'll have our top 8, I want to say.
Yes.
Top 8. Top 8 for $2,000. Tomorrow's brackets, but yeah, base trade will do some coverage tonight because we have more than just StarCraft here. Of course, we do have Dota 2, CSGO. Yep. CSGO really hot right now. Hearthstone, the massive monster that it's become, and some League of Legends.
Yeah, it's definitely been a fun event. All these tournaments going on all at the same time, all within meters of each other. It's amazing.
Meters. Canadian. No real cheese coming out, though, but, you know, BioIce with that expansion. I mean, Desro, he has that scout out, knows what's coming. Pool did go down second. BioIce going for a third. He doesn't have the cash. I think he's just looking for proxies.
No, he's going for the third.
Never mind. He's just going to go for the third.
Yes. Zergs are greedy folk. They like their third bases.
All right, say la vie. 3 base. Now, Desro last time dealt with this. I mean, he just built up a Stalker army, put a few Immortals in it, and called it a day. I have to see what BioIce can actually do up against that kind of build because Desro, I mean, he has his second going down, but I don't really see any kind of deviation.
I don't either, and so far just, again, looking very quiet. Both players just trying to play very cautious, and it seems these two players weren't quite able to agree upon a map to play on, so they did go to the default map, which is Overgrowth. So, right now, I wouldn't be surprised if they play a very drawn-out game. You know, BioIce and No Regret, they are good friends. They're also practice partners. And of the two, I would say BioIce is the more defensive-based play.
A little bit of a wall going up here again from Desro. Now, Desro likes to do single forge upgrades. Does not go for the double forge, which we've actually been seeing. We saw quite a bit in IM Toronto. Just the qualifiers were, what, 2 weeks ago now?
I'd like to say so, 2 to 3 weeks at least.
Yeah. But now they have, of course, been doing a lot more qualifiers as well. But we did the Toronto locals, so to speak. And a lot of double forge Protoss. But single is kind of like almost a trademark now here with Desro. That's not going to live. Actually, it might. No, it's going to live. Never mind.
Yeah, it's only the 2 Zerglings right now. It's not going to be too bad here for Desro. We'll be able to get that up. But BioIce immediately just 20 Zerglings.
Is Desro just going for a 4-gate push?
Not sure. I think,
1,
yeah.
2,
it's just going to be 4-gate.
4-gate and a proxy set up. That's being protected. The evidence is pretty strong.
Yeah.
Right, got 2 base mining. I mean, like, he'll have the economy for it.
Yeah.
And I think BioIce actually realizes that. You can see the Zerglings and all the queens coming to the front.
4 queens, that is going to be a lot to deal with. Right now, we've got only 3 Stalkers here, but there are 20 Zerglings here, Jester. 20.
It's a lot of Zerglings. But because we got pylons in both up and down, this actually could become an interesting sandwich position here for Desro if the Queens were going to continue moving out. But they've decided that, no, this is an error, a folly. Nice transfuse. They're going to need another one to keep it alive. Nope.
And just gets to run away, gets back onto the creep, and gets to have its life spared today.
That's a lot of Zerglings, my goodness.
That is 43 Zerglings.
That's a lot of Zerglings. Alright, Mothership Core has already done one time warp trying to snipe off that Queen. Transfuse eventually did come out, keep it up. The range support here from the Queens is actually pretty devastating. The Zerglings are able to soak up a lot of this fire, but you know, it's down to the 4 Stalkers.
And right now, Desro, he's just going to pull back. As we can see, BioIce, he knows he's held this perfectly fine. He's just droned up right as soon as he saw that he was able to push his Queens off creep and still have them be alive without risk. And right now, we've got the Lair on the way, going to be coming out pretty quickly here from BioIce. And I do like this. Getting up those higher tier units will allow him to just keep his advantage going, allow him to get more DPS, and also if he does get double evolution chamber, keep his upgrades going at a very steady rate.
I like the hallucinated Phoenix to get the high ground vision, takes out the Overlord. You can almost always assume there's an Overlord there. Like,
yeah.
Every game we've seen an Overlord here on Overgrowth in that position. And you can basically just safely assume it at this point. We do got a Robo Bay now on its way. Sorry, Robo Facility on its way there from Desro. So, I mean, he's against the Zerg. It's a pretty good bet. A lot of ground units are going to be involved. He's expecting roaches.
Most likely, but BioIce, it doesn't seem he wants to be going roaches. He's even thrown down a macro hatchery, and macro hatcheries aren't something you actually see in, at least
no.
in Toronto especially. Not at all.
We believe it or not, we've seen proxy hatches.
Yes.
Remember that?
Yeah.
Proxy hatch in the other guy's expansion. That was a fun match.
That was indeed a fun match. And I can see why he has thrown down the macro hatch. He doesn't quite need the extra economy, nor does he have the economy to create more economy. So he's just trying to go Hydras. He just needs the larvae right now. So getting up that 4th hatchery, just going to be able to help for now.
Well, the Queens have kind of rolled out the purple carpet at this point, and the supplies are actually going back and forth pretty even until that latest larvae pop. BioIce, however, I mean, he is starting to really climb. Desro is actually supply blocked right now, but he's not like being pressured at all. So he's going to be able to build up 26 Zerglings going to be joining the fray here. 7 more Hydras and no roaches whatsoever.
And right now, Groovespine's going to be finishing up soon. And I don't think he will actually be needing up any roaches here, because he's got a lot of Zerglings, which can work as a buffer for the Hydras, and they're also a lot cheaper.
Good range on the Hydras, too.
Yeah. And we've got a Warp Prism on the way, but Desert, he's already across the map. I'm not sure if I agree with this, because it usually makes things a lot easier in the fight. If you can just have that Warp Prism to pick up and drop back down the Immortals, it'll allow for a lot of clutch saves.
Well, the Warp Prism is going to be on its way. My first thought, though, was he moves out on the map. He keeps BioIce's attention to the left, puts the Warp Gate off to the right, goes for the minerals. That was my immediate thought. Doesn't actually look like that's going to be happening.
No, he's just going to be using it as a forward reinforcement point, also to keep his Immortals alive. But, you know, this is such a wide area to engage into. The force fields have gone down. Time Warp as well. So many Zerglings. 1 Immortal is going down. The second has already died.
That Concave was way too powerful.
It's going to be it. GG from Desert.
Team Ascension's BioIce takes the GG for the Swarm indeed. The supply difference was just amazing. So, I mean, hey, we've seen one game now where Desro can trounce a 3-base Zerg, and then another where, unfortunately, early aggression just does not pay off. So, again, group stages, guys, best of ones. We got to figure out what the brackets are going to be. So we're down to our final few games, I do believe. We're going to find the next one, bring it onto stream. Don't go anywhere here, because LAN Nation 2014 StarCraft 2 will continue.